guys what's going on. I just got back from another epic fishing trip with Captain Ryan of Good Karma Sport Fishing. We caught some awesome fish. Check out this giant ocean tally triggerfish, huge, as well as some amazing mutton snappers like this guy. So after you guys watch us catch these fish, I will meet you back at the fillet table to fillet them up and then in the kitchen to cook them up, so I hope you enjoy.
Ricky's got a big one. Big one, big one. Look at you and your cute hat. She's got him up. I think you got a group of super nice ones. You got him, girl. Nice job. Good job, Brookie. Whooping its butt.
Coming up now.
Redemption.
Got him coming up.
Right behind me. What I'll do is I'll put that weight off there. Keep reeling.
Getting the weight off.
That's a serious net there, Ryan.
Yeah, man. Think big.
Nice mutton snapper. Nice, Brook. That's him. Yeah. Good job.
Oh my goodness, look at that thing.
Good job.
There we go,
And
Brooke.
he's a pretty one, huh?
Nice job.
Oh,
That's badass.
goodness.
Way to go, Brooke.
Check this mutton out. Big old pinky. This is a pretty one. I feel like a lot of times the big ones are really green and ugly.
That's a nice fish.
You know, and look how beautiful this one is.
Way to go.
Look at his beautiful colors. This is one of my top eating fish right here. This is what we're doing. We're fishing pilchards and ballyhoo on bottom.
Get your hook right there in the corner.
Trying to catch these big muttons. We got a nice one.
Yeah, that's all. That's worth the wait, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
For sure. It's been a tough fight, but Brookie stuck it out and she got one.
We've been having a hard time with the current. There's not a lot of current going on. There's so many ballyhoo behind us. You can probably even see them in the water behind me.
What you come down to the keys for?
That's right, brother. Just had to get everything right, you know. The tide it's kind of picked up a little bit. It was a tough morning. It was really rough out here. So we went wahoo fishing and looking for tunas, but man, I got my butt kicked. So it was tough fishing. So really rough out there, but now we're getting on that afternoon outgoing tide. Things are starting to look up here. Got a nice mutton.
There we go. They're looking good.
All right, Brookie on with mutton number 2.
Find like a mutton.
Oh yeah.
On another pilchard, fish number 2. It was just sitting in the rod holder and Captain Ryan hooked it real quick.
See who he is first. Fighting good. Might be a triggerfish.
Definitely not fighting as hard as the last one. Fighting weird.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. We're keeping that one.
yeah, let me get the net so I don't break him off.
That's a beauty, bro.
This is ginormous.
That one you can have a snack.
Woo. That's more than a snack. That's a village
Oh
fish.
my
Look at
god.
that thing.
Yeah, that's an eater.
Wow, that thing is huge.
That'll make good news.
So that is a ocean tally. Victor just caught one, probably half the size of this one. This one is the biggest one I've ever seen. This thing is huge.
Look at the size of this one that I just caught compared to the one Bert just caught.
Look at his top fin is like gone.
Hold on.
His top
Look at
trigger.
that.
You see his trigger? Mine would have been huge if it was
Oh,
actually
yeah.
there.
Yeah, you caught a moose.
You gonna let yours go?
Yeah, we're gonna let the small one go.
Look at this thing. That's a tank. Normally they have, what makes them a trigger is up here they have this trigger that was just on that other one, this big spine on top. And this one lost his at some point, because now he's just got a little nub. But that thing's giant. These things are hard to clean. I've actually never even cleaned one before, but I've seen Victor clean them before. Very hard to clean because they got like leather skin, but they are delicious to eat. So this guy's going home with us, and we're gonna cook them up.
You ever have ocean tally?
Oh, they're delicious.
They are?
Yeah, they're white meat. You can. My favorite way to do them is on the grill with teriyaki.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're very firm fish,
Yeah,
which I like.
firm.
Perfect for ceviche. That's definitely the biggest one we've ever seen.
That's a biggie.
So Vic made a comment earlier about my hat, and I dropped my sunglasses overboard today, so he so kindly let me borrow his hat. So kindly. And I have made so many comments about sunglasses on the boat. Like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have sunglasses. It just sucks so much. Never, ever forget your sunglasses on the boat. And maybe even bring an extra pair so you won't be like me when you lose your sunglasses. They keep saying, oh, look at those yellow jacks in the chum slick. And I'm like, what yellow jacks? They're like, oh, look at that. And I can't see anything. So don't forget your sunglasses. And also don't lose them overboard like I did. All right, so Captain Ryan's gonna show you how he's hooking these pilchards.
They go right through the back end right here. Push that yellow piece of plastic right there. Holds it on. You hook them through the back end like that so they swim away from you. Keeps the line nice and tight, and it causes a lot of commotion down there. They're just basically doing this. Up and down, and all that vibration drives those mutton snappers crazy. Our leader today is 50 foot. This is what I call the mutton crusher rig. This is one of my courses. Just put on the balloon fisher clip there and send her on her way. Crush some muttons. So in one of the courses that I have is I teach you how to make the mutton crusher rig and why it's so important.
All right guys, so like Captain Ryan was saying that he offers courses. You guys have seen us fish with him a few times and he has a ton of knowledge. It's awesome to go out fishing with people who just are so good at what they do and they know so much. And so he's now offering courses on his website that you guys can purchase to learn tips and tricks to learn more about fishing, so you can catch more fish, and just so you can learn more tips and tricks of things that you guys don't already know. I will have all his information linked down in the description so you guys can check that out.
You can find my courses at goodkarmafishingtackle.com. I have all the courses in there. They're video courses. You just go, you click on the course icon, and it'll come up a big list of the courses that I'm offering right now. And I've got a lot of good ones I'm working on, and I know a lot of guys want to learn about wahoo fishing, and that's what I'm personally working on right now, is to get those courses released before the wahoo show up here thick in the Keys around Thanksgiving. The courses are meant to bring beginners up to speed really quick and save you a whole bunch of time and money. So I wish I would have had that stuff when I started.
So because we've had the chum in the water for so long, we have a ton of stuff in the chum slick. We have thousands of ballyhoo, we have speedos, there's ocean tallies, there's probably yellowtails back far, but we're not trying to catch those really. And there's a ton of yellow jacks, which we don't catch many yellow jacks. You catch a lot in the Keys.
They're coming, they're coming.
Look, there they are. Look at how awesome they are. They are so pretty and they are absolutely delicious. They've caught on because Victor's caught a few. Look at them. They are so pretty, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. There they go.
You missed it.
You hear the pops?
I hear the pops.
Like that? Oh, he got that one. Oh, he got it out.
There you go.
All right. Deep water muttons. Let's go.
There we go. Well, we moved out deeper. Before we were in 90 feet of water. Now we are in, thank you. Now we are in 230 feet of water. Drifting pilchards. And I just got my first bite.
Oh, this is getting hit. This rod's getting hit as Brook's fighting hers. Oh, we're doubled up with Babe.
Doubled up.
Oh yeah, this one's... All right. Okay. I'm just gonna keep this one on. Oh,
this
nice.
Is beautiful.
Nice
Wow,
keeper.
Brookie, look at that one. He's all orange.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you'll be about 19, 20 inches there.
It's so crazy how they have different colors, huh?
Yeah, how pretty it is.
Oh yeah, this is a good fish.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Look at how much he's turned white already. How crazy is that? You guys saw him and we put him in the cooler for, I don't know, a minute while Victor was catching his porgy. And he's already turned
White.
pale. Crazy. These fish are just absolutely amazing. Catch them in different places. They have different colors. Absolutely gorgeous fish.
Pretty.
And one of my favorite eating fish too.
It's tricky hooking them in this deep of water.
It's tough, yeah. It's not easy. The trick is to let them eat the bait and let them run away with it. That's the hardest thing. The big thing is with muttons is that they have to turn the bait around and they have to eat it head first. So they got to have a little time to do that. If they're finicky and they're not biting well, that's when you pull a lot of hooks. So the pilchard tends to really get them to eat even when they're not very hungry. So it could be just grabbing it, could be a slow or how he's grabbing a hold of it, but they have to have time to grab the bait, turn the bait, eat it head first, and run off with it. So, and then you hope out of all that mess in their mouth that that little hook finds the corner of their mouth.
And that's the kind of stuff you'll learn in Ryan's courses.
Yeah, yep, it's the little details that make the difference, that's for sure.
Last drop of the day. I got a nice fish on. So today, we knew the day was going to start out rough, which it did. And it was the wind was supposed to die down. Let me turn my clicker off. The wind was supposed to die down around like 12, which it never did until 5 minutes ago. And now it is a beautiful day out here. I mean, it's been a beautiful day all along, but now it's calm. Yeah, it flattened out for a ride home after I catch this nice fish. The mutton.
That's a nice keeper, looks like.
When they come up, they start floating after a while. So that's why I'm just dragging them across the surface.
I don't know, we'll see. He's going to be close.
Oh,
Yeah, he's 19.
He's 19. Hey, Brook, nice job.
There we go.
Yeah, finish strong.
Ending the day with another beautiful Florida Keys mutton snapper. And this is what we came here to do. Catch some beautiful mutton snappers. And we got it done with Captain Ryan.
Great day, guys. Thank you so much. Awesome day. We had to work for it, but the weather turned out really nice, and you guys put the hurt on him in the final minutes of the ball game. So nice job.
Another beautiful mutton snapper for dinner. All right, guys, we are back home, and we got all of our fish in the cooler, and it is time to start filleting up our fish. And the first thing I'm starting with is this big old ocean tally. These guys have like leather skin. They don't really have scales, really. They do have scales. It's just like leather. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can just see the texture. Their face is like leather. If you know me, you probably already know what I'm thinking. That means I'm going to cook this guy on the half shell. I've never cooked a triggerfish before. I've never cleaned a triggerfish before. I've ate them before, but I've never ate one on the half shell. And I feel like I got to with this kind of skin. I absolutely love cooking fish on the half shell. And when you have a fish with this thick of skin, gotta try it. Like I said, for the third time, never cleaned a triggerfish before, so this should be interesting. So I'm going to initially start my fillet with the Dexter Tiger Edge. They got this serrated blade, which I think will be good to go through the skin. And then I think I'll move on to a different fillet knife. So let's just see how this goes. I know you gotta put a lot of pressure into it. Ah, not bad at all with this knife. This is the knife we always keep on our boat. It's an excellent bait knife. If you guys are interested in Dexter knives, you can save 20% with my code Brook20 on any Dexter Outdoors products. Something Captain Ryan was saying was that triggerfish are absolutely delicious, which we know, but people are intimidated to fillet them because of this crazy skin. Now I'm gonna just follow the fish down, still with this tiger edge. And I'm just gonna do a slight outline to get it started through that skin. All right, now I switch to the 6-inch flexible curved boning knife. And I thought I was gonna need that tiger edge, which I definitely needed it for that, but going along the skin, I didn't really need it. Definitely interesting, to say the least. This guy's got a decently large backbone.
Should show off his teeth later too.
And now I'm kind of just lifting up the meat. I'm working my way down because I don't know how big this rib cage is going to be, this stomach area. We're about to find out. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Always want to be careful and go slow around something new because you never want to cut into its stomach, which is right there. Alright. There is our first half. Like, that's bone, but they got this really red meat right where their two fins are. I mean, these go like this, and you can kind of see like that red muscular stuff moving when this moves. So that's like all muscle in there. It's very interesting. I'm actually gonna cut this off because I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't look very appetizing. It kind of is just peeling off. You can distinctly tell the difference between the meat and this red fin stuff. I feel like someone's definitely gonna come at me for not knowing what this stuff is called, but hey, if you know, let me know, you know? Learn something new every day. Never filleted a triggerfish before. Would you eat it? I'm gonna keep it for my grandma for crab trap bait. Comment down below, educate me. You know, we're all here to learn. Next thing is you always wanna look for pin bones. You got a few right here. So feel around, you can clearly feel them. I'm gonna cut on this side of them, this side of them. Kind of skin it out of there, leave the skin intact, and I just want to cut this out. This is also going to be crab trap bait. Why cook your fish in a pan when it comes with its own pan, right? Okay, so I think that's all I'm doing to it. Alright, so this is your fillet, ready to be cooked up and thrown on the grill. I'm going to clean off the other side, as well as I'm going to cook 2 muttons this way, because I'm going to invite over my whole family as well as my brother's girlfriend. So I think we're going to have like 8 or 9 people over. So I think I'm going to cook this triggerfish as well as 2 of the smaller muttons. I'm going to do the muttons the exact same way, leave them on the half shell. So let's get to filleting the rest of the fish, and then I will meet you guys in the kitchen. All right, I'm going to show you guys one last thing. Check out these teeth. How crazy is that? They got a pretty small mouth, but their teeth are insane. That's why they're pretty hard to hook. Triggerfish are normally hard to hook. They're very good at stealing your bait off your hook because their mouths are so small. Those teeth are giant. Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So tonight we are cooking up the mutton snapper as well as the ocean tally and making a roasted red pepper sauce as well as some zucchini and then some couscous. So the first thing I'm working on right now is my zucchini spirals. Now I have this handy dandy little tool here that helps make these spirals. I've already spiraled up 4 zucchinis. What I'm gonna do is cut off this end here, the end with the stem. There's 2 different settings, a thin and a thick. I prefer the thicker side better. And all you're gonna do is put it through your spiralizer. I absolutely love it. I'll have a link for one down below if you guys wanna get one for yourself. The last time I used this though, I was so excited about how long this was going. I was like, oh, this is so cool. But then when you go to serve it, you have these really long strands. What I like to do is just go until you think that it's long enough and then just pull it out. And then it just cuts it and then you just keep going. Fast, simple, and fun. All right, so now time to season our fish. Look at how beautiful these look just sitting on this tray. This is the 2 pieces of the ocean tally, and then this is 2 muttons that were about the exact same size. These were like the 19, 20-inch muttons that we caught. First thing I'm going to do is take some olive oil. And I'm just going to massage it in there a little bit. Now, I love cooking on the half shell. There's a few benefits to it. You're not gonna worry about your fish falling through the grates because it's on the skin. It's not gonna get burnt or anything like that because the skin is what's gonna get burnt on the outside, which doesn't matter because you're not gonna be eating that part because that's where all the scales are. It holds in all those great flavors and juices, and if you've never cooked fish on the half shell before, I highly recommend it. I love cooking mutton snapper like that. Red fish is delicious, and I'm really excited to try this ocean tally because I just love cooking fish on the half shell. Now, we're gonna season really simply. We're gonna do salt, some pepper, and then some garlic powder. Our main thing tonight is gonna be that red pepper sauce that we're gonna make. So we want these to be pretty simple. Black pepper, and lastly, garlic powder. Now the main component for our red pepper sauce is the red peppers. Now I took 4 whole red peppers, I put them in the oven at 400 degrees for honestly about an hour. As you can see, they're not burnt, they're just got this nice brown, crispy outside skin layer to them. Now what we're gonna do is basically peel the pepper. Take all of the skin off, as well as we wanna get out those seeds. And if you could only smell this, it just smells so good. But the skin just peels right off. You also don't want these seeds. Probably gonna be hard to get all of them, but you know, do your best. All right, so time to put these on the grill. As you can see, we have a very windy, cruddy day, and it's been raining like all day long, so we're very lucky that it's stopped raining as I'm about to start this. We're gonna put on our fish. Oh, it literally just started raining. Let those babies cook. Okay, so now it's time to make the red pepper sauce. We have taken all the skin and seeds out of the red pepper, and this is how much we got. Now we're going to take a spoonful of tomato paste. We're going to take some olive oil, salt, pepper, 1 garlic clove, and then some fresh basil from my garden. And then some lemon juice. Make sure you don't get any seeds in there. Now we're gonna mix this up, and then we're gonna taste it and see what we think. And if we need to add something, then we can go from there. Time for the moment of truth. Give it a little taste. It's a beautiful red-orange color. Okay, so we're basically gonna add a little more of everything we've already used. Another garlic clove, more lemon juice, some more tomato paste, and then more salt and pepper. And then we're gonna give it another spin. And a little more olive oil.
Much better?
Much better.
Woo, baby.
What do you think?
I think it's delicious.
You can always add more, but you can't take anything out, obviously. So you don't want to go in full with a ton of garlic and then it's too garlicky and then have to go from there. So little bits at a time and then work from there and until you get a taste that you enjoy. So I have a pot with some olive oil in it and 2 small diced up yellow onions that we're going to first brown before we put in our couscous. So added a little more olive oil in there. Now we're going to add our Israeli couscous in. We basically just want to toast this a little bit before we add in our liquid. Give it a little bit of a nice color. Time to check on our fish. Ooh la la. Now if they look a little orange now, it's because I snook a little bit of paprika on them after I threw them on the grill. Don't they smell good?
Yeah, delicious.
It's interesting because the triggerfish is starting to curl up a little bit, where the muttons are not doing that. Let them go a little longer. Ooh, baby. You see how the triggerfish kind of curled up?
Yeah, crazy.
So this is a lot fatter than the mutton snapper. So I'm gonna cut into this a little bit and see what it looks like. Look at all that juice that's coming out. Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah.
Done, doesn't it?
I think it's done perfect.
It's just tough.
Yeah.
All right, time to take these babies off. I'll tell you what, the texture of the triggerfish is very different from the mutton snacker, I'll tell you that. It's a lot thicker. Definitely a very firm fish. It's very crazy.
You are a lucky guy. Look at you, mutton within 72 hours of each other.
Oh yeah. And ocean tally, I've never had that before. I never had ocean tally before. It was a very firm fish. Tasty, good to eat. Wasn't chewy or anything, just a very firm fish, especially next to the mutton snapper that basically melts in your mouth. They were both delicious, bro. I like them both.
I loved your snapper. I loved your zucchini. It's so fun. It was probably fun to make with your spiral thing. The sauce was delicious.
I'm going to say what I usually say. It's so good. I'm never disappointed when I come here because you're both good cooks. You know what to do with the stuff. Thank you so much.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the triggerfish. And as you guys know by watching Brooke and I's videos, you just gotta treat every fish a little bit differently. View it as like a treat. You know what? Tonight I'm eating triggerfish, or tonight I'm eating ocean tally. I get to enjoy a firmer fish, whereas another night I'll enjoy a flakier fish. And it's nice to see the two side by side. Taste-wise, they're both delicious. One's a little bit flakier, one's a little bit firmer. But look at this beautiful plate that Brookie whipped up for you guys. She puts a lot of heart and soul into her kitchen cooks, and I applaud you for that. And I love you, babe. So,
Wow.
good job, Brooke.
Thanks, Frank.
Both fish were really good. The triggerfish turned out good on the half shell. Definitely firmer, like they said. But if it wasn't next to mutton, I think everyone would have been applauding it much more because there was nothing wrong with that ocean tally. It was really good. But mutton's a hard fish to beat. And the rest of the food Brooke prepped, it came out looking great, and it tasted really good too.
Thanks, Fisher.
You can really taste the hard work and passion in Brooke's cooking, and she really took it to the next level with that puree. It was expert level, so epic meal all in all, and no complaints across the board.
Thanks, Jen. So I think whenever you cook yourself, you're probably your biggest critic, and I honestly thought triggerfish on the half shell like this was going to be out of this world with that tough skin, but it got very tough compared to the mutton that was a lot thinner, cooked for the exact same amount of time, and the mutton was super tender and absolutely delicious. Where the triggerfish was really good too, it just was a lot thicker. So honestly, I would say don't do triggerfish on the half shell. I would cook it a different way. Victor has made ocean tally as ceviche before, which would probably be, well, it was delicious. So maybe stick to something different than cooking it on the half shell, because it was just a little bit weird to take off of the skin when you cooked it like that. So I'd flay it off the skin and cook it any other way maybe besides like this. But it was delicious, just like everyone said, compared to the mutton. It just wasn't as good. So also, if you're interested in anything that Captain Ryan offers, from fishing charters to his podcasts to his courses to following him on Instagram, all that great stuff, make sure you guys check him out. I will have all his information linked down in the description. He's a great guy, awesome captain, and he's full of knowledge, so make sure you guys check those things out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
See you.